It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Sean Murphy-Bunting. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Cardinals and the Dolphins on Sunday Night Primetime.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Miami Dolphins. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa to Shepard, complete over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Opposite, green, switch, yellow, Smith, red.
They run once more with Dillon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Cardinals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Swinging this out for Pollard. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
To about the 26 here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give here to Pollard. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. This is Dillon on the counter. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Set, go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 23 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the core route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Play fake. Murray. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray throwing, completing, quick to Calvin Ridley. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Pollard will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Connor. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Now Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Tua going to throw. Now he'll He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Check white, check pink, black swap, blue check, yellow.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
A give for Dillon running right. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's complete right around the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're leaving it 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Now Murray off play action. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time you had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Boy, Brandon, a missed opportunity there at the end of this first half. You'd love to give your guys a lead going into the break, but this effort doesn't find the mark, and that's going to keep things all square.
A final shot before half for Murray. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, it's Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 10-yard line. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, Connor loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Blue check, yellow, line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hendricks, and space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Okay, didn't break down all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that's complete to Shepard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down now, Hendricks. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it to Shepard, complete over the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
This one caught by Ridley. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st and 10 is Connor. Able to slither by. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I'm going to get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Miami. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Smith red, check white, check pink, black swap, blue check, yellow, line.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. On the right side open is Gesicki. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge. Downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Up the middle they go. Hendricks. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Check 6. Black walk. Blue check. Yellow. Line. Opposite. Green. Switch. Yellow.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2. 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play called it off.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that puts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
To his throw here, taken in by Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Here's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On play action, here's Tua. Buying time to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the call.